If you're a real Warriors fan living in the US, this video is for you. From coast to coast, America is buzzing after last night's game. Steph Curry just reminded the whole country why he runs the West. The Golden State Warriors have always been more than just a basketball team. They've been a symbol of unity, resilience, and historic excellence. But now, as the franchise enters a new and uncertain chapter, emotions are running high. None are higher than those of Stephen Curry, the face of the franchise, who recently opened up about the Warriors' evolving dynasty and the painful departures of Klay Thompson and Kevon Looney. Curry's heartfelt words have sent shockwaves through the NBA community, revealing the emotional toll of seeing the core of a legendary dynasty begin to break apart. And in his own words, he admitted something powerful: we avoided all the evils. For years, Steph, Klay, and Draymond Green have been the foundation of one of the NBA's greatest dynasties, delivering 4 championships, 2 MVP titles, and some of the most electrifying basketball we've ever seen. But as the 2025 offseason unfolds, fans are realizing that nothing lasts forever. Klay Thompson's move to another team has officially ended one of the most iconic duos in league history, the Splash Brothers. Meanwhile, Kevon Looney, who became one of the Warriors' most reliable anchors in the paint, is also gone. For Steph, these departures aren't just business decisions. They're personal. In a recent interview, Curry's emotions were clear. He reflected on the journey that started back in 2009, when he was drafted by Golden State, and how the team transformed from underdogs into a basketball powerhouse. With his voice heavy with both gratitude and sorrow, Curry said, "We built something that can never be replaced. What we did as a team, the bonds we created, the battles we fought, we avoided all the evils that could have broken us apart. That's what I'm most proud of." What did Curry mean by avoiding all the evils? For many fans, this phrase has become a symbol of the Warriors' ability to withstand the storms that have destroyed other superteams. Golden State faced everything: injuries, trades, crushing finals defeats, media criticism, and even the Kevin Durant drama, but somehow, the core trio always came back stronger. Through it all, Curry, Klay, and Draymond stayed loyal to each other. They didn't allow egos, money, or fame to break their bond. And that's why these departures are so emotional now. It feels like the end of a family rather than just a roster change. Curry didn't shy away from expressing his heartbreak over Klay Thompson's departure. The two sharpshooters defined a generation of basketball, changing the way the game is played with their elite three-point shooting. "Klay is my brother," Curry said. "From day one, we believed in each other when nobody else did. Every time we stepped on the court, I knew what we had. Losing him is tough, but I'll never forget the legacy we built together. The Splash Brothers will always be part of who I am." The story of Curry and Klay is one of resilience. Fans remember the dark times when Klay tore his ACL and then ruptured his Achilles, forcing him to miss 2 full seasons. Many doubted if he would ever return to his former greatness, but Steph never lost faith in him. The two worked together, supported each other, and eventually reclaimed championship glory in 2022 when they defeated the Boston Celtics. It was a storybook ending, a reminder of why the Warriors were such a beloved team. But now, with Klay gone, it feels like that chapter has truly closed. Kevon Looney's departure is another emotional blow for Curry. Looney was never the flashiest player, but his consistency, toughness, and rebounding were the backbone of many Warriors' playoff runs. Curry praised Looney for his selflessness, saying, "Looney gave everything for this team. He did all the dirty work, all the things that don't show up on the stat sheet. Without him, there's no way we win those rings." It's clear that Steph values loyalty and hard work just as much as talent, and Looney embodied those traits perfectly. With both Klay and Looney gone, fans can't help but ask, is this the end of the Warriors dynasty? Curry, however, doesn't see it that way. While he admitted that things are changing, he believes the foundation of the franchise remains strong. "This isn't the end," he said firmly. "As long as I'm here, we're going to compete. We're going to fight for championships. The names might change, but the standard stays the same." Still, the reality is hard to ignore. Curry is 37 years old now, and while he's still performing at an elite level, the clock is ticking. The Warriors front office has tough decisions ahead as they try to rebuild around their superstar, while also respecting the legacy of the players who brought them glory. Many fans are calling for new signings and bold trades, but the team's culture, something Curry helped build, remains the top priority. What makes Curry's emotional statement so powerful is that it's not just about basketball. It's about friendship, loyalty, and legacy. He talked about the moments off the court, the laughter, the struggles, the long flights after tough losses. What we had here, he said, was special. It wasn't just about winning. It was about doing it the right way, with people you care about. That's why it hurts to see people go, but I'll always cherish what we shared. Curry also gave a special message to Warriors fans, thanking them for their unwavering support over the years. You guys have been with us through everything, the highs, the lows, the injuries, the comebacks. You believed in us when nobody else did. That's why we were able to avoid all the evils. Because we had each other, and we had you. The phrase avoiding all the evils resonates deeply because it reflects the integrity and unity that defined the Warriors dynasty. In an era where many teams crumbled due to ego clashes, failed superteams, or contract disputes, the Warriors stood out as a team built on trust and brotherhood. Even when Kevin Durant joined and later left, the core of Steph, Klay, and Draymond remained unshaken. That's rare in today's NBA. As Curry continues to lead the team into the future, the big question remains: who will step up to fill the shoes of Klay and Looney? The Warriors have some young talent, but nobody can replicate the chemistry that took years to build. Still, Curry is optimistic. It's on me now to pass the torch, he said. To teach the young guys what it means to be a Warrior. It's not just about scoring points. It's about playing with heart, with respect, with everything you've got. This offseason will likely be one of the most pivotal in Warriors history. Fans are waiting to see if the team makes a big move to bring in another star, or if they will rely on developing players like Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody to rise to the challenge. There's also the question of Draymond Green. Will he remain loyal to the franchise, or could he be the next big name to leave? These are questions that keep fans on the edge of their seats. But no matter what happens next, one thing is certain: Stephen Curry's legacy as the heart and soul of the Warriors is untouchable. His emotional words remind us that dynasties aren't just about trophies. They're about the people who make them possible. And as painful as it is to see this era evolve, it's also a reminder of how special it was. Curry ended his message with a promise to keep fighting. "We're not done," he said. "I'm not done. This team still has something left to give. And as long as I'm on the court, I'll give everything I have for this franchise, for this city, and for our fans." The story of Stephen Curry and the Warriors is far from over, but this offseason feels like the start of a new chapter, one filled with both challenges and opportunities. Will the Warriors rise again? Only time will tell. But if there's one thing we've learned from Curry, it's to never count him out.